yeah, here's cannonball gourd. See how round it is? And Jai grew this. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of gourds from Jai. And you know what this is? Remember those little display things that Sylvan was making for the distillery? This is some of that wood that he was making the little boxes with. It was there, so I just picked up some of it, and I figured they're not going to use it, not anymore. That thing is over with. Yeah.
What I like is how there's all this connection with everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. The siding was the siding from the kitchen.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I've had it that long, you know. I've got my little stash of, you know, and this'll.
That's great.
Yeah. And you know, then I'll glue it and screw it. And yeah, you know, it's like the one. And then here's a couple of roof pieces to go up on a gourd that has got a neck on it. But yeah. You know, this is new. This was my leather breeches roof. This was a pair of leather breeches that I took apart. I took the seams out and everything, and so I had this leg, and I just took a bowl and made a half circle. And as you can see, some of them are a little different, but they're all pretty much the same. And there's a couple more over here that are that leather pants. This one I thought was a really cute one. I mean, no bird's gonna go in there, but
Why not?
it's too small.
Really?
Yeah, birdie's gotta be able to go in and turn around. Oh. Yeah, now like, you know, any of these, a bird can go in, you know? But yeah, a bird's gotta be able to turn around inside there and get back out. Yeah, here's one for a woodpecker or a screech owl. Wow. But this one's got a crack in it. Right here in the hole.
Well, but you can adapt it. You could figure out something to do
Yeah,
with that.
it makes a great conversation piece. It's like pregnant. That we decided to open up, Jeff. So we could open it and take the seeds out, save them, and we'll plant them come the springtime. Yeah. In fact, we talked the other day with Easy and Christine about growing them on their fence. So this is what I cut the hole with. I mark it with this because it leaves a little indentation. So what size did we say we wanted it? I think it was 1.25 inches. Okay. Cool. All right. Where do you think? Right here?
That's actually where we had discussed it earlier, remember? Okay. Because you said you liked that color pattern there.
Well, now that we have more or less the opening, we can see what we see. You know, it won't be too much smaller than that, a little bit. But what do you think?
I like it.
Good.
I do.
All right. And it's right there. Cool. See, this way it kind of breaks the shell.
So basically what this tool is doing is scoring it a little, right?
Exactly.
To sort of get a head start of where the cut is. Ah, I see. That's very clear.
Yeah, and then, I actually, to even make it more clear, I because it doesn't matter about the hole so much if it's a little ragged, because I end up sanding it anyways to smooth out that opening.
Do you need the stool I'm sitting on?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, it's easier for me to stand up, because then I can put the pressure on it. I sit on the stool when I'm carving, because it gets tiring to stand up. Ooh. So, God, this gourd could be 8 years old already.
Where did you get it?
This one, I'm pretty sure I got it from the man who has a gourd garden up out of Lebanon, up on 231, going towards Bledsoe. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got it from him, because Jai and I would go up and visit him once a year. Really sweet guy. And his wife was the gourd artist, and he started growing them for her. And we'll also go to different gourd shows. You've been to one.
Yes, I went with you and John.
At the agricultural center there in Lebanon. Come on. There we go. There we go. Smells funny.
I would have laughed if you'd have fallen over.
But it's a nice, look how nice and thick that gourd is. Wow.
That does have a thick edge. Wow.
Yeah, that was a good gourd.
Look at that.
Now look at the gourd seeds. So, God, all right. This is a good gourd to grow. It's got good DNA being so thick.
That's a lot of seeds.
Yeah. Yeah, God, it is a lot of seeds, isn't it? Cool. There's not a whole lot of what I call gourd leather. It's kind of chamois-like. Luckily, I've got a shop vac.
It's almost like paper.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because it is plant material.
It's the old pulp.
Yeah. It's what holds all the seeds. Well, yeah, look at that. That's a good gourd. That's going to make a nice birdhouse. And, yeah. Yeah. We'll work on this and make it look really good.
Flour it up.
And flour it up. And I'll take and I'll sand the opening. And you know what I use for sandpaper? Is I go to the hardware store and I get what they sand floors with. Big sandpaper sheets that they sand floors with. Because they are really heavy-duty paper.
And then you just cut it up into pieces.
I cut it up into pieces so that I can use it. But, you know, it's really sturdy. So, it's really, boom, it's nice, clean opening now. So yeah, that was time to clean up the mess.
Yeah, because right now it's making the whole video scene look a little seedy.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a plastic bag for seeds. Okay, because here we got a warty gourd. All these gnarly warts. And this, Jeff, used to be on an old birdhouse that used to hang out on the back porch. But over the years, it was metal, and it just kind of rusted away. But it left the roof. So I thought, well, reuse it. And here it's just a shelf fungus. But it kind of gives it a little more whimsical, they always like to call it unique. And so this one's kind of still in progress. I haven't quite finished it, I don't think. It might get some acorns or maybe something kind of goofy on it. All right, so back underneath all this bark comes from the shagbark hickory. And underneath it is a regular bottle gourd, with the classical gourd shape. And but I really enjoy using the bark because it's just so kind of earthy. And it also may get like a, here we go. Here's like a shelf fungus. Maybe something like this, kind of down in there, But I'll pick out a different one because this one obviously doesn't fit. Now here's another, what you call warty gourd. It doesn't have quite as many warts as the other one, but close. But you can see how it's a climber. It takes these tendrils and grabs hold and keeps itself supported. And they're all like a corkscrew, so the gourd can stretch it out or pull it in and wrinkle them up again. I've been doing gourds since 1997.
Wow.
My friend Jai showed me how to clean them up. And, I still have my very first gourd, Jeff, that I ever worked on. It was so simple, but this one I grew up at Sharp Mountain Sanctuary. And Josh showed me how to clean them out, and so I made a container out of it.
How old do you think that is?
Say 1997. This one, this is like the first one I've put together in a long, long time. And then it just inspired me to keep going. I could hopefully, sew one or two a month for a little bit and make a little extra money. Yeah, this one I've been working on the last few days. Putting the shingles on, letting the glue dry out really good, and then coming back. And it's interesting because I had these shingles here, these right here, and all of a sudden I ran out. So I had to improvise with the rough shingles. But it seems to work. It was like, okay. Yeah, but I haven't finished capping it off yet. I'll come across here with all these, and as you also notice, this one has got 1, 2, 3 rows, where this one's only got 1, 2 rows. I just noticed that.
That just makes it all the more unique and organic, don't you think?
I guess so.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, so it's a little asymmetrical.
It is.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's funny. I hadn't even noticed it till just now.
And I like the entrance.
Yeah, that piece of poplar.
So you'd say it's pretty popular, that style?
It's actually the very first time I've done it like that.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I have enough shingles, continue on up the reef all the way. But, yeah, they were a gift from somebody, these shingles right here. Yeah, because I made birdhouses, but it just wasn't quite enough to finish. But that's that side, and then it'll,
Well, yeah, you probably remember how you've done it, and
yeah,
it didn't take long for you. It's like riding a bike, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the deal in front of it there? Looks like a cord.
This?
Yeah.
This is a manzanita from up at Willits.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So you haven't found a use for it or a purpose for it yet?
Well, sure I have.
What's it going to do? You're such a smart ass. Very good, Weeder. I thought maybe it had something to do with it.
No, it's, every now and again someone will buy one and they'll use it as a talking stick.
That's actually a really good idea.
Because that way, as they pass it around, people are always blah, 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 blah.
Hey, stop talking. I have it now. You can't talk anymore.
Right. Yeah, I've made several of them.
Actually, that's really a cool, because you know how it is. You like something that when you have it, it's something you can hold and fuss with, and it feels good in your hand rather than...
Do you know Luigi?
No.
From Miami?
No.
Okay, he's with a men's group down there, and so I carved him a double-ended dildo, one cut and the other not cut.
Seats, and then then you get the fervor of the main people, don't you? Then thereafter, yeah,
which is fine.
No, that's great. It gives more of an audience too, and that's the idea.
Well, exactly. That's why they do it.
Well, hi, I love the hat.
Last time when Jai and I did this, 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago. This year,
Really? That many years ago that you did this here before?
Yep.
20 years ago
Same
today.
thing. Gourd,
Sergeant
Birdhouses, and
Oh yeah.
he wasn't making lamps then. He was just doing all that crazy found art.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Remember
know
that?
No, that was.
It was
before
all
my
kinds of
time.
crazy stuff.
Is that where he just collected things and put it together?
Put
or
it
just-
together, you know.
Yeah.
And then he was doing the Gourd Churro.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I
that
have
was.
two of-
Churro.
I
As
have
a matter of
two
fact,
those
I do
originals.
remember that. That was one of the first things I recall
Yeah.
at my very first gathering that he was
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
that.
he had the big deck.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
two on my shelf in my bedroom. One of them is Muhlenberg something. Anyway, they're fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, like I was saying to Neil, that's where we met Jim and Gene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.